All right, everybody, here we go. We've got the S10. We've got a bunch of the front end stuff already done on this, and we're going to show you how easy this is. This is all steel, all glass. It does have a fiberglass hood, but it's basically like a bolt-on hood. So it's the heavy duty one, but we're going to show you how easy this is going to be to work on. It is not a one-piece front end like a lot of these guys run. It is steel fenders on both sides. This is an OEM bumper cover that's made to fit over a stock front bumper, basically like ground effects. So we're going to see how long we take to do this. So we're going to pull the hood off first, then we're going to pull off the fenders, and we're going to pull the bumper cover, and you're going to see the whole front end of the truck. We're going to be able to work on it. So there the hood is. There's one fender. Work on the other fender. There's the second fender. And there's the front end with the lights. And there you go. That's the whole front of the truck. That is a factory front end, not a fiberglass liftoff. We got everything we can get in here and work on. We have been working on this for a long time.
Just trying to figure out placement mostly.
Yeah, so that's really hard, trying to figure out how you're going to attach the factory bumper cover. We had to add a bunch of support to it. We had to add the headlights to it. We had to make it where the hood bolted on, the fenders bolted on. So, bunch right there, but this is really, really nice. You can now work on this really, really good. So look at that. So basically you had a bolt here. You had two bolts here, bolt there. And then on the fender, there was actually, the support is built into the front end right here that holds the fender. So here's your support. So what we've got in here is we've got this basically reinforcement in here that holds it. That's welded up and it's supported inside, and it holds the headlights. And the fender actually attaches right there on one corner to hold it up. The other corner, it holds it up right there. That's a really nice little support there. Fenders are super light. There's only one. We got to actually fill a couple of holes. We got 1, 2, I think there's 3 Zeus fasteners for that. The hood's got 8 Zeus fasteners. We didn't have them all in there a minute ago. And we're going to put a couple in the front to keep the front from blowing off. So anyways, that makes it real easy to work on. It is a factory. That is a factory front end. Granted, we took some weight out of it, and we're not using the OEM bumper, but that is a factory bumper cover right out of, basically right off an auto parts store website. So anyways, So that's going to give us plenty of room to work on. So we can take the hood off if we want to work on it and pretty much get to almost everything. So we don't even have to take the fenders off. So it's not a whole front end, like a one-piece front end. But here's how we've got this mounted. So if you look at this, we've got a little bracket. We've got to finish welding these, but it basically holds the back of the fender on the bottom and on the top. And there's one up here on the cowl that holds it. And then it's actually supported in the front, right off the front bumper cover, the supports for that. So on this side, just the passenger side, there's a support right there. There's our bracket coming off the front of the firewall. There's one on the bottom at the rocker panel right there. So this is really what we've been fighting with for quite a while. It gives us a lot of room to work on the front of this motor. You know, it's not a... We went a little different on this and not an OEM bolt-on kit like some of these guys run, because we really wanted a lot of room in the front. We didn't want these control arms or the actual frame extensions that a lot of guys have that come way out. If we would have wanted done it the easier way, a lot easier would have been if we would have bought like an aluminum front cover, right, or the aluminum radiator support.
Yeah.
If we'd have bolted that right onto the frame, you know, we could have done a front bolt-on front end on it. But we got a lot of stuff coming in here.
We just wouldn't have the room for the intercoolers and anything else up front.
Yes.
This way we've designed it all in to give us as maximum room that we can get up here.
And we're really trying to make it easy to work on too. So this is, we don't have the other turbo on this side. We pretty much wanted to mock up. We're going to basically duplicate on this side right here. But if you look at this, that's a big old 80mm turbo. That's good for about 1,100 horsepower by itself. So two of them is good for 2,200. So if we can get 1,800 to 2,000 horsepower, we're going to be pretty happy with this. Be a quick little truck, not bad for a little street truck. This front end though gives us plenty of room up front. See how low that is coming down there? We still got it where we've got the factory frame in the truck. We actually got us a factory windshield. We pulled the old windshield out. It was cracked to begin with. We were going to go Lexan, but we're going to go ahead and put the glass back in it. So it's got glass in the side windows. It's got the quarter window glass. The factory front window is going to be in there. We're going to probably make that where it's removable. We're not going to glue it in. And then basically what it's going to be is it's going to be a back half. So in the back here, we're debating about a lot of these all steel glass classes. They'll let you run fiberglass hood, and they'll let you run like the Lexan rear window in it, because most of the roll cages will come out too low and actually has to intersect. So some of these guys will say, well, you know, I've got mine certified, it's 850 certified or whatever, and they have their bars really low into the pickup bed, but you can't do that on like a 25.3 or 25.4. When you start getting up into the 150 mile an hour range, and plus when you start getting over that, they start making you run a little bit different setup. You're supposed to be within, Gary, isn't it 5 inches?
5 inches of the bend, I believe.
Yeah, so within 5 inches of that main hoop right there, you've actually got to have your rear bars coming out. So there's no way to get those that low. We're going to try to do this. We're kind of looking at it. We don't know if we can get it, so we've got it marked up there. We're going to try to see if we can't get it higher. And maybe we're going to raise that. That way we can actually run our glass rear window too. So not sure if we're going to be able to do that or if it's going to work out right. So anyways, that is coming along. It has been a long time getting that front end like that. And we probably we've gone through multiple versions of that, right, Gary?
Yeah.
So that has
many.
been way too many versions of that front end. And we got it there though. So we've got it. This is what we're going to work with, but look at all that room you got up there. That's going to make it nice to work on. And the nice thing about this is we don't have to take the whole front end off to service the truck. Number one, we don't want to have to service the truck for much at all, but if we need to, we got plenty of room up there. So we can actually leave the front bumper cover on with the headlights, or we can pull the fender off if we want. But actually one person can take this truck out and drive it and go racing it. And that's kind of what we set it up for. We're trying to make it easy to do. 75 years old, you got to kind of have it easy, right?
76.
So 76, sorry. Can't leave this out. I'm 52 years old. Gary's 76 years old. We're going to put him in this truck, and he's going to go have some fun with it. So anyways, let us know what you think. Be sure to like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment on what you think, what we ought to do on it too. This is, if you haven't really noticed that much, this is a small block Ford going in this truck. Our buddy Dennis had a really nice motor for years and years. He's going to put in his little Mustang, and Gary worked a deal with him, and we got it at a fraction of the cost. So if this was an LS or something like that, we could have done, 1,000 horsepower, 1,200 horsepower. We could have probably done a really budget. If we went real budget, we could have done it. But, transmission's not going to hold it. Rear end's not going to hold it. The truck's really not going to hold a lot of it. So kind of went to the next level. We'll see how it does. It's a factory frame still underneath there. It's going to be back half. It will be 4-link in the back, but we are setting up for a 10.5-inch tire, small tire. So it's a 28 by 10.5. And then we do have some big tires back there we're going to try on if we're going to run on some other tracks. So anyways, let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.